been thinking about this for a while now. For gun guys, tactical guys, quote unquote, where does airsoft fit in? If you're into martial arts, then track the metaphors. Going to the flat range is like hitting a punching bag. Over and over, you stand still and practice some very specific techniques. You're in a bay, shooting at a target. Trigger press, side alignment, boom, boom. Just like hitting a punching bag. Lead, cross, blah, blah, blah. Doing competition shooting does allow you to practice your shooting technique while blending it with movement. Kind of like if you're in karate doing a kata. So we've got flat range is a punching bag. Competition shooting is like a kata, and force on force is like sparring.
One peeking left.
Playing airsoft indoors has kind of become a martial arts dojo experience for me. I run out to the mat, I square up against different training partners. They try their techniques, I try my techniques. They try attacking, I try defending. I try attacking, they try to defend. We circle around each other. We try to outsmart and outplay each other. When I get tapped out, i.e. I get hit, then I go run a lap. One of the unforeseen parts of playing airsoft for me has been that I need to be able to pair situational awareness with target identification, PID for the GWAT grunts out there. I have to practice PID. While I can run around and shoot indiscriminately, it's in my best interest not to, just by virtue of how the game is played. So I've noticed that I'm having to practice a lot of PID and maintain a much higher situational awareness. Something that goes with having a higher situational awareness is all the shooting must run in the background in my head. I cannot be focused on mounting the gun, aligning the sights, pressing the trigger X number of times, where my feet are, how I navigate this angle and around that corner. All of that needs to be running in the background, or else I will not have enough mental bandwidth to be identifying threats and keeping track of where I've seen people around me.
Ah, shit.
So, is this like sparring? I think so. All the time out there, I'm getting reps in on when to engage, when not to engage, when to give ground, when to close ground. And over and over and over, I'm learning what will get me killed out in real life. Just like with sparring, I very quickly learn what is going to get me knocked out in real life. The difference is, these aren't real guns, they're airsoft guns. Just like with sparring, you don't go 100% and you wear gloves.
Shit.
Just like with sparring, out here on the field, I've been able to practice taking risks. What is an allowable risk? What is pretty iffy? We all learn dig all your corners, pie things slowly, but in real life, you can't always do that. You shouldn't always do that. In real life, sometimes you need to overrun your headlights, and it's better to practice that in a controlled, safe environment than out on the town, if you know what I mean. So I've already made the case for this, I think. Sparring in combat sports is a training method where practitioners engage in controlled, simulated fighting with partners, using light blows and controlled movement to develop skills and techniques. I think airsoft is a low to mid version of force-on-force training. And I think force-on-force training is just a way to say sparring with guns and tactics.
Nice.
10 years from now, when the internet actually finds this video, a lot of you are going to be thinking, airsoft is going to get you killed. And they are partially correct. Here's why they say that. Bullets go through plywood. There's a big difference between cover and concealment. Airsoft guns have no recoil. Recoil control is a real thing, especially if you're point shooting. Lasering someone with an airsoft gun equates to shooting everything except what you're aiming at with an actual firearm. Running up on someone because you know they'll shoot you with a BB that hurts, maybe, is vastly different than rushing up on someone who you know for a fact has been firing bullets at you. The fear level is not the same. Where you can be courageous in airsoft, you will be a coward in real life. So please don't fool yourselves. Just remember, airsoft is like sparring. That's all it is. That's really all it is. With that being said, gun guys, if you're watching this and like me a couple years ago, you're thinking, maybe he's onto something. Here's what you want to do. Get gas blowback airsoft guns. Gas blowback airsoft guns. Some models of Glock will fit your Glock holsters, but not all of them. High Kappas in the airsoft world is another name for 2011. There are these things called tracer BBs. There's a little fake light-up suppressor that screws on to the end of your airsoft barrel, and you shoot some glow-in-the-dark BBs through that fake tracer. The tracer lights it up, and then the BB glows. That way you can watch your trajectory, and you can practice point fire and actually see how far off you're getting. You'll be wearing a mask, so do not think you can do lower third co-witness. You're going to have to go with some Chinese knockoff of a GBRS mount for gas masks or whatever they claim that they're actually for. So there will be some tweaks. You cannot drop your mags on the ground if you use a gas blowback gun. So all of your reloads will be reloads with retention. With all of that said, just get out to a field. If you're interested, start asking these teenagers questions. They are very nice, especially if you are very humble. If you come in there talking about how you were in the Air Force during Desert Storm, so you know what you're talking about, they don't know anything, then they're gonna look at you like you're stupid.